How a Scottish shipwreck led to Donald Trump's American legacy. With Donald Trump elected as US President for a second time, one question lingers. Did a tragic shipwreck off the coast of Scotland set in motion events that would ultimately lead to Trump becoming President of the United States? Trump's mother, Mary Ann MacLeod, grew up on the Isle of Lewis, and her journey from a small remote fishing village to the bustling streets of New York City dramatically changed her family's future. Born in 1912 in the village of Tong, Mary Ann's early years were spent in the rugged landscape of the Outer Hebrides, Scotland. Yet her path to America wasn't driven by ambition alone. It was shaped by profound local tragedy that may have influenced her decision to seek life abroad. During World War I, the Isle of Lewis sent an extraordinarily high percentage of its men to fight, with enlistment rates far surpassing most of Britain. Almost every family had a father, son or brother in uniform, and when the war ended in 1918, they awaited the safe return of their loved ones. But hope turned to grief with the sinking of the HMY Lolaire, one of Scotland's worst maritime disasters. On New Year's Eve 1918, the Lolaire set out from the Scottish mainland to Stornoway, carrying around 280 soldiers, many from Lewis and neighbouring islands, who were almost home. However, in the early hours of New Year's Day, the ship struck a submerged rock, ominously called the Beasts of Home, and began to sink just yards from the shore. Despite being so close to safety, only 79 men survived. The remaining 201 perished in the freezing waters. The disaster devastated the Isle of Lewis, as nearly every family mourned the loss of a loved one. Mary Ann, only 6 years old at the time, grew up on an island deeply scarred by the tragedy. The loss of so many men left few prospects for young women, including Mary Ann herself. By the time she reached adulthood, the island offered limited opportunities, prompting her to make the life-altering decision to leave Scotland and start anew in America. In 1930, at the age of 18, Mary Ann emigrated to the United States, joining other young Scottish women who found work as domestic helpers in New York. Not long after her arrival, she attended a social gathering in Queens, where she met none other than Fred Trump, a young, successful property developer and one of New York's most eligible bachelors. Fred, the son of German immigrants, had built a strong reputation in real estate, quickly growing his family business and establishing himself as a respected figure in New York society. Mary Ann and Fred's relationship blossomed, and the two were married in 1936. Their union combined Mary Ann's humble Scottish roots with Fred's ambitious American spirit, and together they built a life that embodied the American dream. They went on to raise 5 children, including Donald Trump, who would eventually make his own mark on the world as a businessman and later as President of the United States. The impact of this tragedy on Mary Ann's decision to leave Scotland reflects what mathematician and meteorologist Edward Lorenz coined as the butterfly effect, the idea that small, seemingly isolated events can trigger far-reaching consequences. Without her decision to leave her homeland in search of a new life, the Trump family's American story might never have come to be. Her journey set in motion a series of choices and opportunities that ultimately led to Donald Trump's life and career in the United States. It's a striking reminder of how individual lives, shaped by personal and shared experiences, can ripple across generations, influencing history in unexpected and profound ways. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more on a wide variety of interesting topics, then like, comment and subscribe.